Here we go again. Reds. Marcus Rashford was spotted in a Belfast nightclub again on Thursday. Just hours before missing Man United training after he reported himself ill, Marcus Rashford was spotted for a second time in a Belfast nightclub before reporting himself ill and missing Manchester United training on Friday, according to a report. The forward missed Friday's sessions despite being seen in Northern Ireland on Wednesday, then called in sick just hours later. Footage on social media seemed to show Rashford entering the Thompson's Garage Club nightclub on Wednesday night, with sources close to the Manchester United star saying he was out for dinner. Mail Sport understands that he was back in Manchester on Friday morning, but missed training that day after being taken ill. According to The Athletic, however, footage has been seen of the England man in a club in the country's capital a matter of hours before he was supposed to report to Carrington. Erik ten Hag revealed that the England international's absence was down to illness during his press conference ahead of their FA Cup fourth-round clash against Newport County on Sunday. This morning, Rashford was ill, and Evans was ill, the United boss said. So we have to see how they recover, but we have, for the rest, players returning, like Martinez, like Shaw, like Maguire, like Casemiro, which is a good thing. Rashford was also seen visiting the training ground of NIFL Premiership side Larne during his trip, where his former United teammate Roshan Williams now plays. The players were scheduled for a day off on Thursday, but Rashford reportedly wasn't close to the United training complex the night before. It is reported that he attended Lavery's Bar on Wednesday and the Thompson's Garage Club nightclub on Thursday. It comes after he risked the wrath of his manager after he went out clubbing following United's disappointing loss to Manchester City back in October. The Red Devils suffered a 3-0 defeat by Pep Guardiola's side, with Rashford heading to the high-end Manchester night spot China White to celebrate his 26th birthday. The party had finished at 3:30 a.m. but it is not clear if Rashford had stayed until then. Ten Hag addressed the matter back in October, saying, "I spoke with him about it. It's unacceptable. He apologized and that is it. For us it's an internal matter." The Dutchman added, "He, Rashford, is very motivated to put things right. He's totally with us. He has made a mistake, but that doesn't say he's not fitting in. I see him every day in training, what he's doing, I know." On the pitch, the 26-year-old has endured a frustrating campaign, netting just 4 times in all competitions, compared to his 30-goal mark last term. Despite that, he has scored in 2 of his last 3 appearances for the Red Devils, including their recent 2-2 draw against Tottenham. Erik ten Hag's side are currently preparing for their trip to Newport on Sunday, which could prove tricky in the uncomfortable surroundings of Rodney Parade. After finishing bottom of their Champions League group and getting eliminated from the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup provides the only genuine opportunity to claim silverware this season. Ter, former Lazio sporting director, has claimed that Manchester United did in fact make a bid in excess of €100 million for Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. The Al Hilal midfielder eventually left Lazio this summer, but for many years the attacking midfielder was linked to United. In an interview with Tutto Mercato Web, the former director claimed that many untrue things have been said about Milinkovic-Savic, from his farewell on a free transfer to the fact that he didn't want to stay. The only true thing is that Lotito rejected a very important offer, worth over €100 million, from Milan and Manchester United. I don't want to say too much about the lack of sales, even if there was a question of budgets, but Lotito's choices were to maintain a strong team and respect the promises made to the coach. Let's not forget that in the year of COVID, Lazio was about to win the Scudetto. It can be understood then that the offer could have been made in 2019 or 2020 due to the sporting director's COVID reference. The Serbian was said to be a target of the Red Devils since the days of Jose Mourinho, and the midfielder once commented that it made him happy that he was being scouted by the likes of the Manchester United manager. The Red Devils were constantly linked with the player through various summers, but it was always reported that the player carried such an immense price tag. Nonetheless, nobody was ever sure on the veracity of such rumours. Now, it seems that these rumours were true. United were even linked to the player in the summer of 2022 when Erik ten Hag took the reins of the club. The midfield man was even suggested as a possible transfer to the Red Devils even last summer, before eventually moving to Saudi Arabia. It was reported by Italian sources that after missing out on Adrian Rabiot, the Serbian could finally land in Manchester. However, it was not to be, as he signed on the dotted line for the Middle Eastern side this summer. Manchester United could tie up a first signing since Sir Jim Ratcliffe's era, Having been presented the perfect opportunity, Manchester United may get the unexpected opportunity to go back in for a reported long-standing transfer target after a change of heart by his current club, Barcelona. Jules Koundé has been linked with a move to Old Trafford for years, with claims of their interest dating back as far as 2021, but were frustrated in any efforts they may have made to bring him to the club from Sevilla as the defender eventually moved to Barca in summer 2022. As Team Talk relate, United have supposedly kept tabs on 24-cap French international Koundé, with claims emerging last May that they had made a renewed bid to prize him away from the Nou Camp but again came away empty-handed thanks to the Catalan giants' unwillingness to consider selling one of the key players. But reports from Spanish Outsport now claim that Barcelona may be ready to countenance offers for the 25-year-old following a loss of form, which may open the door for United to try it again in an effort to relieve their long-standing problems at centre-back. Because that's what they need, another expensive out-of-form player. United transfer rumours are never far from the headlines, but that has gone into overdrive since Sir Jim Ratcliffe's investment in the club was announced last month. The incoming 25% owner is said to have big ambitions for the club that will start with a complete audit of their operations, overseen by his right-hand man in cycling, Sir Dave Brailsford, who recently stepped down from his role with Ineos. And else, Victor Osimhen has a reported £120 million release clause in his Napoli contract. With several Premier League clubs interested, Gary Lineker has claimed Manchester United have a long way to go before they can lure Victor Osimhen to Old Trafford. It is widely reported that the Nigerian could leave Napoli at the end of the season. Osimhen propelled himself to world-class status last year by clinching Azzurri's first Serie A title in 30 years, but his relationship with club chiefs has deteriorated. Napoli also face a fight to challenge for the Champions League next season, dropping to 9th after 20 games. Now could be the perfect time to cash in on their star asset to bankroll a rebuild at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. The Premier League's financial might makes several English clubs a possible destination in the summer. United have struggled in attacking area this season, with Rasmus Højlund struggling to carry the burden on his own. Anthony Martial is also expected to leave when his contract expires, making the front three Erik ten Hag's top priority. However, a former Tottenham Hotspur striker has backed Osimhen to join Arsenal. BBC host Lineker believes a new striker could drag the Gunners over the line on their quest for silverware. Chelsea are also rumoured to be chasing another goalscorer amid their attacking woes. Obviously, we're talking about everyone offering the same thing. That's what you want, blah blah blah, in your contract, he told the Rest Is Football podcast. I mean, to be honest, they earn so much now that you can just choose where you want to go. I would say, Arsenal are probably a centre-forward away from winning things. Chelsea are a centre-forward away from becoming competitive again.